What's the deal? It's your boy J Mike. We are within 21 days of IPF Masters Worlds in Calgary. Prep is going very, very well. Today I just hit the biggest deadlift of this prep so far, as well as hitting the biggest deadlift I've hit in the last 2 years. It's kind of bittersweet. It's 760 pounds. There was a time where this would be baby weight for me, but for whatever reason, I lost confidence in the deadlift, and I think most of it is coming from a deadlift bar to stiff bar and Raw Nationals 2016. It just basically crushed me. Ever since I pulled 805, my deadlift has not been the same. But coming back with a vengeance now. I believe that my deadlift is ready to get back over 800 pounds. It's just a matter of time when that is going to happen. So this particular video in particular is basically going to give you this past week's numbers in terms of what I did this week. The only lift that I have not gotten completely dialed in yet is the bench press, which is ironic because I'm a bencher first, for the most part, what people know me as. I started the week off with my regular training, which put me up around 722 pounds. And I'm very proud of this lift for more than one reason. The biggest reason is that I'm a terrible squatter. The next reason is that this was technically the biggest squat I've ever hit to depth, right? I've actually squatted 727, but I missed depth. And the last time I squatted 722, someone came in and kind of assisted the lift. Even though I didn't really need them, they didn't let me fight. And as you'll see in the workout video, I had to fight for every second of this lift coming out of the hole. But with that being said, I still was able to complete the lift, which puts me a lot over what I really need in terms of this particular meet. Based on the competition that I faced last year, as well as some of the new challengers this year, no one has gone over 2,000 pounds. And I believe that if I go 700 pounds, this competition is over. And mostly because of how much I bench. And even some of the guys that are kind of close in a sense to bench, they're like 70 pounds away from where I'm at. So I think I have a little cushion, and then I can pull with any of the master lifters in the world. And last year I actually won the gold medal in deadlift with a 750 pound deadlift, where I didn't have my own belt, didn't have shoes, didn't have anything. So hopefully this year those things change. I'll be able to just lift in peace without having to borrow equipment from sponsors who don't want to give me anything, right? So hit the squat. Also pause squat at 650 pounds, which is also important because that's the number I plan on opening with. And if I hit a 650 pound opener, I think it'll still be hard to beat me, because that still put me over 2,000 pounds as a total, if things play out the way they should. So this week with bench press, I actually had to modify things a little bit. Earlier in the week, I didn't actually put this in the footage, but earlier in the week I did 523 pounds and 535 pounds for sets of 5, and they moved pretty well, and I paused the last rep, so it gave me a bunch of confidence going into the workout for this particular week. A little technical difficulty. All right, so I think I was somewhere talking about the bench press. Like I said, I was able to work up to all these different weights. When I got to 546 pounds, I was able to complete 5 reps, count them, 5 reps of 546 pounds. Before this, the most I've ever done this weight was for 3. And that was 540 pounds for 3, not 546 pounds. So I knew going into this, I was stronger, but this was just something that gave me a little more confidence, knowing that I've gotten stronger since last year around this time. I did 500 for 9 reps, whereas last year around this time I did it for 8. I bench pressed 600 pounds probably 40 plus times since last year when I was hoping to get to 600. So all these things are pointing towards IPF world record in the full meet, which is 617.3 pounds, and I plan on chipping it. All right, so the next on this list was to go to 551 pounds, but I decided to hold off on that set due to the fact I had to fight for dear life on the final and 5th rep of the set, so it didn't make sense going for 551 because it would not have happened. So I chose to just live to fight another day, and that day will be Monday, where I'll be starting my next wave, which now I'll be in a 3 wave. Now, with 3 wave, what differs is that the reps, I may, depending on how I feel, I may pause all 3, but for sure I'll make sure that the 3rd rep is competition leveled pause. Starting with 573. Depending on how easy that goes, I may go up to 584 on that particular day. If I do that, that means the very next session will be 590 pounds for 3, with the last one pause, and I'm able to get that. That puts it where I will be opening up at 590 pounds, opening at IPF Masters World. And on the following Thursday, I may stay in the 3s, but most likely I'll wait till the following week and double 600 pounds. The original goal was to go for 606 pounds for a 2 rep pause rep, and I don't think that's in the cards, and I don't need it. As much as I would like to break the all-time 308 bench record, drug tested record, which it sits at 633 pounds by Steve Wong, it just doesn't fit right now. I'm going in with a very specific plan, and that would be to open up at 573 pounds, which would be a Masters IPF single lift record as well as a full meet record. Then proceed to 600 pounds, which will break those records again, and then go for 618 pounds on the 3rd attempt. Now, that brings me to the deadlift, right? Typically my approach to the deadlift is that whatever I need for 2,000, I'll take as my opener. So if it's under 700 pounds, I'll drop my opener to under 700 pounds to make sure I attain that. If things go well on squat and bench, I'll need like 640 pounds or 650 pounds for a 2,000 pound total. And if that is the case, I will lower it probably to 661 just to get to 2,000 out the way, then jump to 7, whatever I need. And then if I have a shot at 2,100, I'll go for it. And based on my math, I'll need anywhere between 655 and 665. I mean 755 and 765 for a 2,100 pound total. So those are things that are on my mind, as well as the USAPL American record, which is held, dang, can't think of it offhand right now, but it's at 2,067. Brad Gillingham holds the all-time record. I'm sorry about that. Brad Gillingham holds the record, and that's kind of an important record for me to break as well. So that is my goal. So if I have a shot at breaking 2,100 or the American record, I believe I'll probably go for the 2,100 due to the fact that I think I'll still be strong enough to put up over the American record at Raw Nationals. So that being said, I've done a bunch of different things this prep last minute that may have worked. So I'm gonna pause this right here. I wanted to get these 2 things because it's rare that when you apply something so late in the game into your prep, it rarely works, and if anything, it sets you back a little bit. But I tried 2 different things this time. One is a new age mouthpiece, and I'm more than sure that you guys have seen these things. Some of the strongmen wear them. They're very uniquely designed mouthpiece that are extremely expensive. For 2 mouthpieces, I paid roughly $80, right? And I didn't understand or figure out how to justify the cost for that. But saw that the world's strongest man used it, saw some other lifters use it. I said, why not give it a shot? And mostly I did it because it says if you got 3 reps, you might get 5 or something of that nature. So I'm like, at this point where I'm at with my reps, if I'm able to get a rep or 2 more than what I probably would be able to do without it, it might be beneficial. And I tell you no lie, I've had to fight for all three of the lifts. I've had to fight. My squat that you'll see in this particular video, I had to fight every bit of air out of me in order to finish that lift. The 5th rep of my 546 had to fight with every breath. And the deadlift that I did this afternoon, it took every bit out of me. And I had the mouthpiece. So I'm starting to think that it might work. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I actually paid for this. So I'm going to war with this thing. I bought 2 of them. I have a pink one as well. But if it's something that you guys are looking for, or if it's just a little bit more confidence, you know, try the new age mouthpieces. This is the military edition. As well as, I did something I never do. I tried a new shoe and PR'd, right? This is, I don't know the exact name of it. I'll probably do a review on them. The first time I ever squatted in them, I squatted a lifetime PR. They fit very similar to the Powerlift 3, but I think they're different. I think these might have a little bigger heel, but I enjoyed wearing them and I hit a PR, so I can't say anything bad about them. Still not sure if I'm going to use them at IPF Worlds though. But those are 2 things that I just wanted to mention. I will probably be doing reviews as well as on the mouthpiece and the new shoes. And I also bought some new bench Adidas to go along with these as well. And I will do reviews on those and how I use them and apply them to my lifting. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. We're getting down. We're 21 days out. And I lift on the 9th. So basically I'm 2 weeks out. So I'm ready. I just want to make it to where the other competitors are fighting for 2nd place, or just hoping that I bomb out on squats. But I hope you guys enjoyed the lifting footage, and I will have commentary in the footage later. All right, what's the deal? This is your boy J Mike. I am doing commentary on probably the greatest squat session of my life, leading into IPF Worlds. I knew I had a big day ahead of me, and I was pretty nervous about it, that I was going to be going for a 722-pound squat. I opened up, you know, with the bar, then go to 1 plate. The plate was actually moving around. I did not have the collar on, so this was a little weird, but I decided to finish the reps anyhow. Felt really good, was able to get in position. I tried new shoes, which is rare for me because I typically try to keep everything the same, and tried new shoe, and it actually worked out pretty good for me today. Here I am with 275 pounds, good setup, and also tried loosening my belt a little bit, and I think it actually worked out for me pretty good. Rocking the Aztec A7 shirt, shout out to them, one of my great sponsors. Now, here's 375 pounds. And once I get to 3 plates, I typically just do 1 rep at a time. Here I am with 501 pounds. And once I got here, I pretty much knew I was going to have a pretty decent day. Now from here, I go to 650 pound pause rep. Like I said, this is what I plan on opening with. And if I can pause it, I damn sure should be able to hit it to IPF level depth. All right, here's the lift, 722 pounds, and I sink it. But I almost died in the process, but I'm more than sure I'll clean that up come meet day. You can't beat the look on my face at the end of this one, knowing I just dodged a bullet. All right, so here we go. We're on to bench, and I actually warmed up with the bar. Couldn't find the footage. But like I said, I typically try to do 10 to 20 reps, but most times I wind up miscounting. And if I miscount, I just stop, and you know, wherever I feel good at, if I get a good groove, I typically just go with that. Okay, right now I'm with 2 plates, which is 275 pounds, and I also have my feet up. I don't put my feet down until I get to 3 plates, and also can tell where my bench is going to go by how those reps feel. Now, once I get to 3 plates, I just do 2 pause reps, or whatever happens, right? Now here we are. I jumped straight to the all-time PR, which is 546 pounds for 5 reps, as you can see on the board. I knew I was going to get this set, but in the process of me doing this set, I was supposed to have 550 pounds behind it, and with the fight I had on that rep, I knew that 551 pounds would not be there for the rep. So I was literally fighting another day. That day was Monday. Starting off with 570 and the only thing that left was for me to get ready for deadlifts on Friday, and that's exactly what I did. I started off with the bar. This footage is actually coming from the solo shot 3. It has some issues. The video footage is not very good, so I'm not sure how to use this footage. All right, here I am with 2 plates. Just trying to get a feel for where I am. Feeling real good. Now I'm going on to 3 plates, which is still a double overhand, which is 375 pounds. And pretty easy. And then here's my first under overhand with 407 pounds, which is light and quick, showing I'm explosive. Here's 500 pounds for under overhand, and that moved pretty well as well. Mostly about the catch. That was 606 with a smooth catch. And right here is 760 pounds, which I didn't catch well, and it also made lockout a lot more difficult, but I was able to pull through.